Hello, this is Jake and welcome back to my automotive channel. You join me today on a very cold day. It's -1 here in the UK, and we're going to be talking about my Porsche 911 996 Carrera and why I am choosing to sell it and move it on, because there's something in the pipeline for next year, and in order to do what I want to do with a project, I do have to sell the Porsche. It's sad, I know. It's a really lovely car, and deposit has been taken about a week ago. So we're just sorting everything out now. But yeah, it's covered in snow. We had about 2 days of snow, quite heavy in the morning. It frosted over at night like it does. And I thought I'd sort the Porsche out today. Unfortunately, it wasn't in the garage. It's actually going in storage in the next couple of days, because obviously take a deposit and everything. We got to make sure nothing happens to it. But yeah, let's take a closer look at the car, and I'll talk about why I am selling it and what's happening next year. So here it is, covered in snow, and don't worry, I can already hear people typing and shouting at me, "You shouldn't be driving like that, there's too much snow on the car." But no, I've gone 10 meters from my actual house, just to take some pictures of it. And yeah, it's covered in snow. Most of the snow's come off the back now, because obviously the engine's been running. I let it warm up for about a good 20 minutes this morning, and I thought I'd move over here, take some pictures with the snow. Last time we had any snow like this, I had my purple Targa, and I took it in the snow, and it was fantastic. But let's just recap. So I bought this car about 4 months ago. I think it was back in June. I was looking for a car because I was selling my Chrysler New Yorker. And the Chrysler New Yorker, if you haven't been on my channel, the Chrysler New Yorker is now officially gone. So I was looking for a car to replace that. Then the New Yorker broke down, and we had all that trouble, and we had to redo the timing bout. And I said to my partner Hannah, I've said to her since the day I met her, that you got to experience one of these 996s. They're one of my all-time favourite cars, if not my favourite car, apart from a Diablo. And yeah, I started searching for a very early one like this with the orange lenses. And this is a phase 1. My Targa, if you can remember, was a phase 2. And yeah, we looked at 3 of them, and this was by far the best. Not just in condition of the bodywork, it is absolutely stunning. There's 1 or 2 little areas that need sorting, a little mark on the bumper there, and this rear light. Other than that, the body is spotless. But what sold this car is this interior, nephrite green interior, and you see them on Boxsters, but I've never seen one on 996, and I fell in love with it straight away. And I put a deposit on the car there and then, and yeah, it's lovely, absolutely lovely interior. Really looks like 80s interior to me, but I love it. It's fantastic. And we was at the NEC show, if you haven't seen that video, and there was a Boxster there with the same interior. I went straight up to the car, named the interior straight away, and the owner was like, "Oh, you know your stuff?" I went, "Yeah, I got a 996 exactly the same." So I love the car, I really do. And it's not easy to say goodbye to this car. It wasn't easy saying goodbye to the New Yorker. It's not got to be easy saying goodbye to this car. It's really not, because they are my favourite cars. I love driving them. They're fantastic. You can pretty much use this as a daily. If I didn't take a deposit, I would be driving this car in the snow now, because they are good in the snow. Despite what everyone says, I've never had an issue. But it needs a good clean. And it is going to be hard to see this one go, because I do love the car. However, when I bought the car, I said I wasn't selling it for 3 years. That's the deal me and my partner had. But we have both had a good talk about it, and next year I'm going to be doing a build project that I started a couple of years back before I met Hannah, and I never finished it because you meet someone and we was going out every day doing things, going down Devon because she's from Devon, and the project come to a halt and I ended up selling it. So I'm gonna finally go back to one of these projects and finish it and do what I achieved, what I wanted to achieve with the last one. So in order to do that, I do have to sell the Porsche. Now, I'm not saying it's got to be my last 996 because, like I said, they are my favourite. I don't think I'd try a 996 next. If I do go back to Porsche, I've always wanted to try a Cayman. And a Cayman was on the cards before I started looking at 996 because I've always wanted to try one. I've had a 987 Boxster S and I wanted a Cayman S. But because we got a little one, if you know, Porsches, Caymans, 987s, they're two-seaters. You can't take a baby with you unless you can get away with putting them in the trunk. So I had to go for a 911, really. It's not a bad way to go because they are the most iconic, one of the most iconic sports cars, supercars out there. And Porsche 911 will always be there. And the 996 is probably the most controversial because of those headlights. But apart from the headlights, which I don't mind, by the way, everyone really does not like the headlights. But I don't mind them. I really don't. I do think the Phase 2 looks a bit better, where they're cut off at the bottom, like my Targa. But I had this car as a poster car, and it was a poster car for me. This and a Lamborghini Diablo Roadster. So I always wanted one. And that first scene out of Gone in 60 Seconds where they steal one of these, Kip steals one and drives it straight out of the Porsche dealership window, like you need to do, really, I suppose. And yeah, but it looks really good with the snow on it today, and I'm going to take some pictures after I do this video. Now, it's really cold today, like I said, and I suffer with cold more than anyone. I really do, with my thin blood and warfarin and everything. But I couldn't miss this opportunity. I didn't want to end up doing a video like I did with the Yank the other day, where it snowed and I had half an hour to film a video on it before they come back to pick the car up. They had viewed it and then they went to go and get some food. We come back, done a deal, and they took the car. So I didn't have time to actually do a nice walk around goodbye video to the car. Even though I did do a nice little small video, I could have done better. So I didn't want that to happen with the Porsche. But like I said, deposit's taken. So the owner really wants it. He's just waiting for his car to shift on now. And hopefully he will enjoy it and love it like I do. He's never had one before. He's talking about it. He's wanted one for years. And he thinks now's the time. And yeah, he's going to have a flawless car. This car is absolutely flawless. The other day, I had to do a drive to the Classic Motor Hub, which is about 50 minutes from here. And that's the last actual drive I did with a car, a proper drive anyway. And we went up, one of my friends had a Mark II MR2, Toyota MR2. And, both of us going down the motorway side by side, just cruising along. It was great. It was nice to do that. And I've only actually done one Porsche meet with it with Tribal Porsche, which is a shame because I wanted to do a lot more, but we've just had such a busy year, especially with the baby and everything. So I really wanted to do more of the car, more road trips. We did do a road trip to Dawlish, but to be honest, most of that, at least 80% of that was on motorway, which is not the way to do it. Even though it's great, brilliant on the motorway, you kind of need those windy roads. And I did want to take it to Elam Valley, which I didn't get around to do as well. But yeah, so there it is. That is my Porsche 996. It's going. I'm very sad. I'm going to be very sad to see it go. But like I said, next year we got a really big project. And yeah, I can't wait to get started on it. So as soon as the Porsche goes, we can really start making ways into that, and I can start showing you what the project's going to be. And it's going to be a good one, especially for you Italian fans out there. So thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. And yeah, bye until next time.